Hello, everybody. This is Kerry Hancock with Global MMT coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I would like to welcome you to our crypto presentation. This is going to be a two-part presentation. In the first part, I'm just going to go through some crypto basics for those of you who are new to the whole cryptocurrency and blockchain world. And in the second part, I'm going to focus more on what crypto mining is and how you can benefit from mining cryptocurrencies. The first slide I want to really go over, to me, is one of the most important slides that I'm going to share with you. It's our disclaimer. You guys, keep in mind, what I'm about to share is not an investment, and there are no guarantees. I've heard some horror stories. You guys, do not go and mortgage your house. Do not go get a line of credit. Don't go borrow money to invest in cryptocurrencies or into mining. You either have the money or you don't. And even though I'm not a financial advisor, I always tell people that I know, I say never put in more than you could afford to lose. I know you guys work hard for what you have. I just want you to be wise with what you're doing. Be smart. Don't be foolish with your funds. Don't ever do anything that could, jeopardize you or your family. Very important. The first thing we're going to talk about is the blockchain. What is the blockchain? The blockchain is simply a public digital ledger of information that can never be changed or deleted. I highly recommend that you guys take some time after this presentation. If you really want to go in depth and learn about this whole crypto world, spend some time learning what the blockchain really is. The fact that something that I'll point out, it's that it's a public digital ledger. That means everybody can see information that is, stored, and transactions that are done on a public digital ledger from anywhere around the world. And the cool thing is that information cannot be changed or deleted. That helps eliminate, fraud. It has huge benefits. It's extremely attractive, and you're going to see why the blockchain is actually going to disrupt so many industries all around the world in a short period of time. Now we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies. What are cryptocurrencies? I was doing some research in January, and there was roughly over 1,300 different cryptocurrencies at that time. Basically, cryptocurrencies are digital assets that are designed to work as a medium of exchange. I'm sure a lot of you probably seen this Bitcoin symbol. So that's a Bitcoin. You got Litecoin here, Ethereum, Ripple. But here's the thing with cryptocurrencies. They're digital. You don't actually get a physical coin or anything like that. But you can use them as a medium of exchange. For example, I can take Bitcoin. I can go to places all around the world. I can purchase a cup of coffee right now. I can also go to businesses and purchase different types of products and services using Bitcoin. It's real easy to do. And a lot of businesses are accepting more and more different types of cryptocurrencies. And you're going to see as the days go along that more and more businesses will start accepting cryptocurrencies. Now, coinmarketcap.com, especially for those who are new. If you're not new, you probably use coinmarketcap.com often, as I do. This is a great site to go to look at all the different cryptocurrencies there is. We'll list them in order, which one's, number one, all the way down to the bottom, what their current price is, how much market cap is, how much supply, meaning how much of that particular coin is actually in the marketplace. And something that's really cool, like if you're on coinmarketcap.com, if you were like, for example, here where Bitcoin is, and I clicked on that from the website, it would open up another page that would tell me more information about that particular cryptocurrency. For example, look here towards the bottom. For Bitcoin, in this red circled area, it says circulating supply 16.9 million. What does that mean? That means right now out in the marketplace in the whole entire world, there's 16.9 million Bitcoin that are out in the marketplace. And if you look to the right of that, it says max supply 21 million. What does that mean? That means there will only be 21 million Bitcoin that ever go into the marketplace. This isn't like your traditional US dollar where, hey, when we need more, we just print more on demand. It doesn't work that way with cryptocurrency. It doesn't work that way with Bitcoin. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin. And there's almost 17 million that are already in the marketplace. So that means there's roughly only about 4 million left that will ever go into the marketplace. Ethereum. Ethereum is by far the second most popular cryptocurrency out there. It was created in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin. Currently, there's over 98 million Ethereum coins in existence, which basically equates to a value of about $51 billion worth of Ethereum are out in the marketplace right now. There's over 300 different cryptocurrencies that are actually built on the Ethereum software protocol. This is one of the reasons why Ethereum really is so popular, because so many different types of cryptocurrencies have actually been developed upon the Ethereum platform. The next thing we're going to talk about is Bitcoin. You know, the number one crypto of them all, it's the Big Daddy. As I said earlier, there's 16.9 million circulating supply of Bitcoin. There's roughly about $145 billion worth of Bitcoin that is in the marketplace as of right now. Bitcoin was created in 2008 by the anonymous Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't really know Satoshi was of one person or a group of people, but you know, Satoshi is who signed off on the white papers for Bitcoin in 2008. And what happened, it was launched in 2009 after the economic collapse in 2008. There's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be released, as I disclosed earlier. And Bitcoin is the original and most popular decentralized digital currency. The key word here is decentralized. What does that mean? There's no middleman. So kind of like if I was to do a wire transfer from a bank to another person's bank account, there's a bank in the middle of that transaction. When I send Bitcoin from one person to another business, there is no bank in the middle. There is no middleman. What's the benefit of that? Faster transaction times and cheaper transactions. So I'm going to play this video real quick just to give you a little more visual of what Bitcoin is.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower, you can use them in every country, your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Bitcoins are generated all over the internet by anybody running a free application called a Bitcoin miner. Mining requires a certain amount of work for each block of coins. This amount is automatically adjusted by the network such that Bitcoins are always created at a predictable and limited rate. Your Bitcoins are stored in your digital wallet, which might look familiar if you use online banking. When you transfer Bitcoins, an electronic signature is added. After a few minutes, the transaction is verified by a miner and permanently and anonymously stored in the network. The Bitcoin software is completely open source and anybody can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. Let's look at some examples of how Bitcoins are already used today. You can purchase video games, gifts, books, servers, and alpaca socks. Several currency exchanges exist where you can trade your Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and more. Bitcoins are a great way for small businesses and freelancers to get noticed. It doesn't cost anything to start accepting them, there are no chargebacks or fees, and you'll get additional business from the Bitcoin economy. For your first Bitcoins and more information, visit weusecoins.com.
So you guys, now that you have a better understanding of what Bitcoin is, let me ask you a question. I've got some logos of some big companies here that you've all heard about or seen before. Can you guess which two companies actually accept Bitcoin right now at this present time? Let me help you out. Every single one of these companies actually accept Bitcoin. And the truth is there's an unlimited number of businesses all around the world that are accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as of today. And that number keeps growing just day by day. So now I want to talk about some staggering statistics. We're going to talk about gold first. I got a question for you. What if you bought $10,000 worth of gold in 2010? What would that be worth today? Any idea? The answer is $12,050. And in fact, I'll tell you something else. If you actually purchased gold in 2010 during December, you would be at a loss right now. Now let's talk about the S&P 500. A lot of you have heard about the stock market. I'm sure a lot of you have traded stocks. What if you would have took that same $10,000 and instead of putting it in gold, you put it into the S&P 500 in 2010? What do you think that would be worth today? The answer is roughly about $22,000. Obviously, nothing you're going to retire from, but still a decent gain. Took it to, you know, for 8 years to go from 10,000 to 22,000 isn't bad, but you're not going to retire off of that. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. What about Bitcoin? What if you took that $10,000 instead of putting it in gold, instead of putting it in stocks in the S&P 500? What if you took that $10,000 and you bought Bitcoin with that in 2010? What would that be worth today? The answer, you guys, is over $1 billion. That's right, $1 billion. Crazy numbers. Now let's look at some other numbers with Bitcoin. I want to show you guys, starting off in July 2010, Bitcoin was at 8 cents per Bitcoin. And just kind of look at the numbers. And I would like you to notice too, look at 2013, Bitcoin was at 1152. And if you notice by 2015, it was at 500. It actually dropped more than 500%. What you need to notice is it is volatile. It does go up and it does go down. But notice what really happened. By September 2017, Bitcoin was at $4,997 per Bitcoin, all the way from 8 cents, you guys, from 2010. And as of February 2018, Bitcoin was at $10,000. So how do you buy cryptocurrency? Where do you go to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum? The number one place I recommend, especially for people who are based in the US, is Coinbase. Coinbase has been around since 2012. They got over 10 million users. The bottom line is I believe they're secure and a reliable and a safe place to go and buy your cryptocurrency. You do got to be careful where you go to buy your cryptocurrencies and where you trade. Coinbase is a safe place. If you look at on the bottom, I got coinbase10.com. If you go to that URL, it's actually a promo code. So if you've never purchased any Bitcoin before, you'll get $10 in free Bitcoin if you buy $100 or more. Now let's talk about crypto wallets. A wallet is an account that stores your cryptocurrency. So just like real money, you got to put your money in a wallet. Same thing with digital. Even though it's a digital cryptocurrency, you got to store it somewhere. So there's several different types of wallets. There's desktop wallets. There's online wallets. Online wallets is exactly what you would get with Coinbase. And there's hardware wallets. Hardware wallets are basically like an external device, basically like a USB thumb drive where you can actually store your cryptocurrency so it's offline. I highly recommend if you get serious into the cryptocurrency world and you start stacking up some crypto, make sure you get yourself either a paper or a hardware wallet because they're definitely much safer. Now, how do you sell cryptocurrency? So you got some, Bitcoin, for example. What are you going to do if you want to get rid of it and turn it into US dollars? Well, number one, you can go to Coinbase, exactly where you purchased it. You can actually sell that back into fiat currency of US dollars. You can go to like Bitstamp. There's Bitcoin ATMs all around the world. I know just here in Las Vegas, Nevada, we probably have at least 17 Bitcoin ATMs that you can walk up to and pull cash out of from your Bitcoin. And there's also what's called BitPay cards. These are really, really cool. They take your Bitcoin, they convert them so that they convert it into cash. So basically you can go to any business that accepts Visa and use that BitPay card, use your Bitcoin and use that card to do your transactions to purchase whatever product, service, or restaurant, whatever you want to do. Very, very cool. The next video, actually, there's going to be a series of slides I'm going to show you right now. These next bit of slides is going to be information, stuff that's in the news right now that you need to pay very close attention to. This information are the flags and the bells and the alerts for me to know that cryptocurrency, blockchain, none of this is going away. It's making a huge impact on our world, especially here in the United States. In 2018, in February, the Securities Exchange Commission, SEC, and the CFTC had a hearing about cryptocurrency. This was a 2-hour hearing. I'm actually going to play just a couple minutes for you, but I do recommend when you have some time, go online, look this up, listen to the whole 2 hours. I was anxiously awaiting this hearing because I wanted to see, the Securities Exchange Commission, they actually oversee like the financial businesses and institutions, and basically they're the ones that come down and crack down on things if it ain't right in the financial industry in the US and Wall Street and what have you. So it was very important to me to know what's their outlook on blockchain and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Are they going to embrace it or are they going to fight it? Well, I'm going to play this video and let you just see a couple of minutes just to see exactly what they said.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your appearance today. I want to continue on a line of questioning that Senator Warner began. So putting aside Bitcoin or other kinds of cryptocurrencies that are based on blockchain or distributed ledger technology, what are your thoughts on the potential value of that underlying technology of blockchain and distributed ledger technology, both to enterprises and consumers and perhaps to government agencies?
It's important to remember that if there were no Bitcoin, there would be no distributed ledger technology. It grew out of that technology initiative. And the potential applications, and by the way, I'm no pie-in-the-sky dreamer. I just report what I read, but the applications range from enormous potential in financial services industry and the banking industry, but right down to the way charity dollars are spent, the way perhaps refugees are accounted for across the globe. There was an article just this morning about the use of distributed ledger technology for 2.5 billion people around the world who don't have access to banking services. One of the areas that in our own area of agriculture futures, 66 million tons of American soybeans were just handled through a blockchain transaction by the Dreyfus Company for sale to China. So Bitcoin is now being used. It's used in our American transportation and logistics system. And most importantly, the potential of distributed ledger technology for regulators to be able to do really close market surveillance. And if it had been available in 2008, if we had been able to see the counterparty credit exposure of one bank to another bank in real time with precision, that would have enabled much more precise policy choices that had to be made in a rush without good data. So I think distributed ledger technology has got an enormous potential. Now, how it will be realized, when it will be realized, what are the other challenges in it, those we can't say, but the potential seems extraordinary.
Thank you. Mr. Clayton?
I agree that the potential seems very significant. And just look around anywhere in our economy where verification and record keeping has cost that is potentially reduced is an opportunity for this technology. That's just one of them, and I hope people pursue it vigorously.
Wow, that if you heard those final words, he says, I hope people pursue it vigorously. Again, I highly recommend that you go, listen to the whole 2 hours, because you're going to see the power behind the blockchain and why they really are embracing it and how it brings so much value to the world. The next slide that I want to share with you guys is about JP Morgan Chase. They actually said that they see crypto as a competition and risk to its business in an SEC annual 2017 report. This happened February 28, 2018. The bottom line is this, you guys. Chase, Bank of America said the same thing, as a matter of fact, but Chase, about a year ago, their CEO said that basically Bitcoin was a bubble and that anybody that invested in it is stupid. Roughly about a year later, they released in their SEC annual 2017 report, they said that they face the risk that payment processing and other services could be disrupted by technologies such as cryptocurrencies. The bottom line is, if you look at these annual reports that were just released this year from Chase and Bank of America, you're going to see that they're actually scared because it is definitely disrupting their industries majorly. A lot has happened in the last year. The next thing I want to share with you guys, this is huge. A blockchain company buys 67,000 acres at a northern Nevada industrial park worth about $175 million. So this company's name, if you look right here, is called Blockchains LLC. Here's what I want you to notice. This is crazy. Their neighbors in this Nevada industrial park, look down here towards the left. Look right here. Tesla owns 2,800 acres in this industrial park. Google, next to them, owns 1,210 acres. Switch, a massive data company. If you never heard of them, they are just a massive data company. They got a huge center out here in Vegas, but they own 2,000 acres there at the Nevada Industrial Park. And then you've got this company in late January of 2018, Blockchains LLC, comes in and purchases 67,000 acres in this industrial park. Again, what I want you guys to hear, what I want you to understand, these are huge alerts. These are huge red flags that tell you something big is happening right now. You don't want to miss this. You've got to pay close attention. Crypto and NBA tickets. I'm sure most of you have heard of who Mark Cuban is. He's on that show, Shark Tank. He's also the owner of the Dallas Mavericks basketball team. So here's what happened too. Last year, somebody sent a tweet asking when the Dallas Mavericks are going to start accepting cryptocurrency. In summary, long story short, Mark Cuban comes back and says by the end of 2018, you will be able to buy Dallas Maverick tickets with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. That's huge. Here's another guy from Shark Tank I'm sure you've all seen or heard about, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin just recently came out and said that a New York City hotel wants to use a $400 million crypto coin offering to sell ownership like a stock. You guys, I'm going to play this quick video snippet from this news segment from Kevin O'Leary talking about this $400 million crypto coin offering, because this is going to disrupt Wall Street and the way that companies are going to go public once this goes through, and I believe it's going to be successful. But here, let me play this for you real fast.
I am a big believer that eventually asset-based coins will replace small cap stocks. The SEC has built some platforms that they've allowed to be dealer brokers to issue these. There's a big deal coming in New York in the next 3 weeks. I'm involved in it. It's under NDA, but it's $400 million coin issuance for a real estate asset that you've heard of.
What?
And yes, I'm going to bring this forward as soon as I can disclose it.
Tell me what you can.
So the idea is that an owner of a very prestigious brand hotel in this city is going to internationally issue an asset-based coin for ownership, and you'll participate in the distribution of a smart contract through the blockchain. You will be an owner of a third of this hotel.
Wow.
If this works, it's going to be the first of its kind. I'm very excited about it.
Because it's real assets behind the whole thing.
And it's SEC approved. This is the issuance, instead of a stock, a share, it's a coin with a smart contract approved by the SEC. I'm excited about it. I'm involved in it. I hope it works.
But that's very different than Bitcoin.
But that's where we're going with this thing. That's where we're going to go with this Coinbase stuff.
What is it, just a more securitized way of doing this?
It's completely liquid, completely transparent, and the smart contract gives you ownership in perpetuity. You can sell the coin to somebody. The blockchain smart contract discloses
this
that.
really puts on its head the notion of going public. I mean, instead of going public on the New York Stock Exchange, you're here at the NASDAQ, for instance, you could do this, right? Cut out the investment bankers potentially or limit their fees.
I'm in glee over
And you're
this.
giving investors assets as opposed to an ICO, initial coin offering, in which there may not be anything there. It's more like a donation to the company.
Sure, and the issuer is thinking instead of paying 5 to 7% commission, they may get millions of people buying $20 or $50 worth of this asset. So the cost of the issuance is very low, if it works.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm excited, but let's wait and see.
If it works, you're going to see tremors across Wall Street, because that's going to disrupt.
It's 400 million.
Here.
It's a big number. It's enough to. That's not a huge number on Wall Street, but it's enough to say this works.
Can we book you right now?
I will come back, and I will be. I just, you know, I wish I'm really excited about it. I've been working on it now for 2 months.
Yeah.
And
well,
I think
the details that you've given us right now are already exciting enough.
they're exciting,
yeah.
and I think there's a lot of others looking at this. The key is to go to the regulator and say, I want to work with you. I don't want to tear the world apart. I want to be regulated. I want to do this by the rules. You know, I've done so many of these crypto conferences where people are, you know, anarchists. I want to destroy government and all that stuff. I don't want to destroy any government. I want to make money.
How much money is this going to raise?
It'll be the issuance. The market cap's 400 million.
So it's going to be one of the biggest.
It will be the biggest
initial offerings to date.
If it works.
Yeah.
And you said that it's SEC approved.
SEC approved.
I mean, the difference is that the SECs are against ICOs, which don't have assets behind it, but because this is securitized,
and there's a prospectus.
They are
Melissa.
behind it. Yeah, exactly. As long as you have the marketing materials, just like any other
all
offering.
online with a smart contract and ownership to an asset-based coin. I'm very excited.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.
I hope you guys really caught that this is SEC approved. You know, that's a huge golden nugget to take away. The next thing we're going to talk about is Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Twitter and Square. And Jack Dorsey just recently on March 21st, 2018 came out and predicts that Bitcoin will be the single currency of the internet in the near future. You guys, this is huge because to be the CEO of Twitter and Square, you know, this guy knows what he's doing. He's a very successful person. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He knows how to run companies. He's smart. And for him to come out and say that Bitcoin will be the single currency of the internet in the near future, there must be a lot of reasons why he sees that and he believes that. And we should pay attention to these types of claims made from people with this type of status. The next slide I want to talk about and show you guys is for the Rockefellers. Venrock goes crypto. Basically, the Rockefellers, they have a venture firm that's called Venrock that's owned by the Rockefellers. We've all heard of the Rockefellers. Well, guess what, you guys? The Rockefellers venture capital firm has now started investing in cryptocurrency. Now, something I want to point out. This was just published in April 7th of 2018. This just happened days ago. What's important for you to know, if you're one of the people that's actually new to cryptocurrency, say you don't own any Bitcoin yet, you don't own any crypto, just pay attention to the fact that the Rockefellers are just getting started investing. So what does that mean for you? You didn't miss the boat. It's not too late. In fact, the party's just getting started. There's so much more to see in front of us and what's going to happen. So just understand, you're in a good place because the Rockefellers are just starting to invest in cryptocurrencies themselves. But you got to pay attention to the fact that they are. The next person we're going to talk about is billionaire George Soros. He's investing in crypto now. Here's the interesting thing about George. Just months ago in January, George said that Bitcoin is a bubble. And regardless of what he said, George has now said that he's getting ready to dive into crypto and he's going to start investing. And this was also published April 6th of 2018. And just to understand the caliber of what level George is really on, the Soros Fund Management is currently in charge of about $26 billion worth of assets. This is huge, you guys. So why would a guy go from saying that Bitcoin is a bubble in January and turn around months later and start investing in cryptocurrencies? Something big is happening. Now, I want to talk to you guys about making money with cryptocurrencies. One of the biggest ways, the most popular ways that a lot of us know about is people buy and hold. They purchase crypto and they hope for it to go up in value, so they're literally buying and waiting for it to go up in value. One of the key phrases you'll hear people say is HODL, H-O-D-L, stands for hold on for dear life. But as I go through these three different ways of making money with cryptocurrency, I just want to tell you, I personally believe in all three of them, and I believe in diversification and that you should do them all. For example, trading. Buy low, sell high, and repeat it to grow your portfolio. You could trade cryptocurrencies just like you trade stocks. People trade cryptocurrencies, and the cool thing about crypto is you could trade it 24/7, 7 days a week. You just need to be careful what platforms you are trading, you're doing your trading with. The third way is mining, passively earning cryptocurrency by verifying blockchain transactions. Now, I'm going to go in a second here. I'm going to go into the mining. I'm going to show you one more slide regarding trading. For anybody that wants to know where to go to trade cryptocurrencies and really get into the trading side, I'm going to show you where I recommend to go. And then we're going to talk about the mining. Binance. Binance is the place that I recommend, number one, top of my list. If you want to trade cryptocurrency, go to Binance. Go to Binance10.com. Set yourself up an account for free. And it's pretty easy to do. I'm not going to go in depth right now and show you, any tricks on trading cryptocurrencies. We'll do some videos like that later on. But I will tell you this. I'm very cautious on what sites and what companies I use for buying and trading crypto. And I'll tell you that Binance is at the top of my list once again, and I highly recommend that's where you start. Now, what is crypto mining? I'm going to play a quick video so you can visually see and get an understanding of what crypto mining really is.
What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin operates as a peer-to-peer network. This means that everyone who uses Bitcoin is a tiny fraction of the bank of Bitcoin. But where do Bitcoins come from? With paper money, a government decides when to print and distribute money. Bitcoin doesn't have a central government. With Bitcoin, miners use special software to solve math problems and are issued a certain number of Bitcoins in exchange. This provides a smart way to issue the currency and also creates an incentive for more people to mine. And since miners are required to approve Bitcoin transactions, more miners means a more secure network. The Bitcoin network automatically changes the difficulty of the math problems, depending on how fast they're being solved. In the early days, Bitcoin miners solved these math problems with the processors in their computers. Soon, miners discovered that graphics cards used for gaming were much better suited to this kind of math. Graphics cards are faster, but they use more electricity and generate a lot of heat. The first commercial Bitcoin mining products included chips that were reprogrammed for mining Bitcoin. These chips were faster, but still power-hungry. ASIC, or Application-Specific Integrated Circuit chips, are designed specifically for Bitcoin mining. ASIC technology has made Bitcoin mining even faster while using less power. As the popularity of Bitcoin increases, more miners join the network, making it more difficult for individuals to solve the math problems. To overcome this, miners have developed a way to work together in pools. Pools of miners find solutions faster than their individual members, and each miner is rewarded proportionate to the amount of work he or she provides. Mining is an important and integral part of Bitcoin that ensures fairness while keeping the Bitcoin network stable, safe, and secure. For more information about Bitcoin mining, visit bitcoinmining.com.
So you guys, I want to recap as far as what crypto mining is, Bitcoin mining. The perfect analogy I feel that I like to give is I like to compare it to credit card processing. So a good example is like if you go into a business right now and you use a credit card or a debit card, say like to purchase a bag of chips at a local store, that company that takes your debit or credit card, they had to set that account up with what's called a credit card processing company. And anytime they take your debit or their credit card and they swipe it for that transaction, they have to give up a piece of that transaction to the credit card processing company. So to me, that's just a perfect example of to get an idea to help you understand what crypto mining really is. So anytime someone sends Bitcoin or any other of the cryptocurrencies from one person to another person or to a business or whatever the case is, the miners, the mining computers, they have to mine that transaction, meaning they have to approve it. They have to verify it and approve it. And for doing that, they earn cryptocurrency for doing that. So if you have mining computers, every time you approve a transaction, you are earning cryptocurrency. I believe that mining is arguably one of the best ways to passively earn and compound cryptocurrency because mining is essential to the existence of digital coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And here's the deal. Here's what I'm saying. You cannot send Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency from one person to another person without having that transaction mined. So there has to be mining computers in the middle of these transactions or it wouldn't be happening. Now I want to talk to you guys about how you can start mining crypto and how you can get involved into the crypto revolution and passively earn digital coins through a very special mining operation, which is Modern Money Team. You guys, Modern Money Team is a community of worldwide users that are partaking in a powerful cryptocurrency mining operation inside the USA. Please hear this very clearly. Our mining operation is based in the United States. Actually, our mining farm is based in Utah, here in the USA. And for me, that's extremely important. I like to have something that I can see, that I can touch, that I can feel, and know that it's the real deal. And that's what we have with Modern Money Team. Well, Modern Money Team, our mining facilities, as I said, are in Utah. We have over 2,500 mining rigs. Right now, we're well over 3,000 mining rigs that are mining cryptocurrencies 24/7, 7 days a week right now in Utah as we speak. We have offices in Ogden, Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, Orange County, California, Las Vegas, here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Colombia, El Salvador, and many more that are coming. We've actually have over 50,000 users worldwide. And we launched August 1st of 2017. And in case you didn't know, we are rapidly growing every single day. So MMT, you guys, our founder and our CEO is Dan Putnam. This is the gentleman that you see right here. I have known Dan Putnam for many, many years. He's a family guy. He's a straight shooter. And one thing that I love about Dan, not only is he passionate about crypto and mining, but he's extremely transparent. I'm going to show you a video right now where he's going to show you inside our mining operation. This video was actually taken in December when we were transferring our mining rigs from St. Louis, Missouri over to Utah where Dan lives. But you're going to see how transparent Dan really is, and you're going to get to actually see what it looks like inside our mining operation.
What we wanted to do is just shoot a quick video so that people can see a little bit how the setup is. So the first thing I want to do is kind of go through a basic mining machine. So these are GPU machines. These are what's mining Ethereum, Zcash, Monero, Zencash, Zclassic, all of the different GPU machines. So can you shoot over here? So here you have 3 cards. The 4th card is right here on the motherboard. In here you have the motherboard, you have the CPU. This green card, not sure if you're getting any of it, but is the RAM. This right here is the hard drive. And then you have the power supply. And that combination, and then these graphics cards are on risers, so they're not obviously on the motherboard. So this is what makes up a mining machine. In the actual facility, we keep most of them open air like this, but we have the option that people can take a machine home. So if somebody is to take a machine home, these are ones that are ready to go. So these are the machines that are you know, set up, ready. These are also 4-card machines. If I pull it out, you would be able to see the difference. If you take them home, then we're going to set them up in a nice case for you. Put your wallet in, and then it's plug and play. You take the machine, you plug it into the monitor, you plug it into the internet, you turn it on, and that machine is going to start mining for you. So we wanted to do this just as an example. We're just getting this set up here in Utah. So we're in the process of moving from Springfield to Utah. So this is in our Salt Lake City office. And we literally have, good grief, we have about 1,000 machines that we're working on getting the power set up that we can move in. But we'll walk over here to the other section. These are our newer machines, but in here you can't see as much, but it's the same exact setup. So you can hear the fans going, you can feel the air coming right here. But here we have the power supply. There's 9 cards, there's the motherboard, there's the CPU, there's the RAM. So same exact setup that we just showed over there. These are just more powerful machines. So people all the time are asking, where are the machines? Can I see the machines? All of that type of information. And this is not, if we do another live video, which we'll do, even in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're going to see, you know, triple, quadruple this number of machines, because the whole crypto industry is going crazy. And I personally believe there's no better investment in cryptocurrency than mining, because not only are you mining the coin, so you're getting the growth of the coin through holding that coin, or then you can start to trade it, but you have these machines that are basically digital money trees that are bringing in money every single minute, every single hour, every single day, constantly. So you have these machines bringing in. So eventually, if you put $10,000 in Ethereum, and I put $10,000 into machines, probably for the first 7, 8, 9, 10 months, you're going to be ahead by just putting it into the Ethereum and holding. But eventually I'm going to catch you, because my very first minute that these machines are turned on, I'm starting to catch you, because not only am I mining it, but then I'm getting the growth of that coin mine. So as that continues to happen, as soon as I pass you, then I'm going to leave you in the dust. It's like the tortoise and the hare. As soon as I catch you with my mining machines compared to your buy and hold strategy, I'm going to leave you in the dust, because now I have the same amount of Ethereum as you. The mine's growing every single second, every single minute, and yours is sitting there. And here's the other beauty. What happens if you see any trading chart, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So when that drops down and you're holding, what's happening, I'm not just holding, I'm mining. So when that's down, I'm actually getting more Ethereum during those times. That's going to help me catch you faster. There's no charts out there that are just straight up. It's up and then it's down. And that's why typically 10,000 in mining machines or 10,000 in straight Ethereum, it should take about 5, 6 months for me to catch you. By the end of 2 or 3 years, I probably have 10, 20 times the amount of Ethereum that you would have buying and holding. The beauty is you can't lose. I always say with Modern Money Team and in crypto right now, all we do is win. Almost no matter what we do, we're winning. But if you want to win and put yourself, in my opinion, the best opportunity is no question in the mining. There's no company in the industry that's easier to get into mining than Modern Money Team. That's the bottom line. I mean, you can be into mining for as little as $50.
You guys, obviously, when you go through this video and the information I've shared and I'm about to share, it becomes easy to figure out that if you really want to get involved in cryptocurrency and you want to earn crypto, like, you really should be doing some mining. And I have a challenge. Like, I've never seen a company that's based here in the United States, like Dan has with Modern Money Team, that's so transparent, where you could actually touch, see, and feel the facility, like I told you earlier, and actually see that it's the real deal. Like, there's nothing out there like it. I've yet to find any company. There's other mining facilities in other parts of the world, but not here in the U.S. And if you're based here on the U.S. soil, I think you'd agree that I would rather be working with a company that I can go visit and see with my, with my own 2 eyes. Here's some pictures from our Modern Money Team operation. Is some of the rigs, what have you. On top left is one of our latest mining racks that was put up, I think, here in the last month or so. Bottom left, this is a picture from our Orange County office in Los Angeles, California. Now we're going to talk about mining with Modern Money Team. Okay, now that we know that Modern Money Team has a full mining farm in Utah, how can you get involved? How do you get started in mining with Modern Money Team? Well, MMT offers two different options to earn cryptocurrency through our state-of-the-art mining operation. The first is we offer cloud mining. What cloud mining is, it's the process of crypto mining utilizing a remote data center with shared processing power. And what that simply means is this. We give you the opportunity to purchase what's called hashing power. It's like co-opting a mining rig. So you don't actually own a whole mining rig, but you're buying part of the power in that mining rig, and then you earn returns on that for a period of time. With the cloud mining, there's no hardware required. It's hands-free returns, and it's just a one-time payment. You buy a cloud mining contract, it's just a one-time payment. And here's what the cloud mining contracts are. You could buy one contract for $50, or you could buy 10 of those $50 contracts for $300. The benefits and the returns of cloud mining contracts are 2 years. That means for 104 weeks, every Friday, you will receive a payment on your cloud mining contract for something that you only made a one-time payment on. What you're looking at realistically is 8 to 15% expected returns per month on all cloud mining packages. That's not guaranteed, but it is realistic. 8 to 15% returns per month on all packages for 104 weeks. It's paid weekly every single Friday. The second option you have instead of cloud mining is you have the ability to own your own mining machine. Yeah, that's right. We have made it to where you can actually come in and purchase your own mining machine. And here's what's cool. The mining rigs are only $2,500. Modern Money Team will actually set it up. We run it. We operate it at your mining rig at our facility. It's hands-free returns for you. You don't have to pay the power. You don't have to do anything. You just pay a one-time payment of the mining rig, and then we handle it and we manage it at our facility. And here's the benefits and returns of a mining machine. 5 to 15% expected returns per month on all mining machines. Again, not guaranteed, but extremely realistic. 5 to 15% expected returns per month on all mining machines. And here's what's really different from a mining machine versus a cloud mining contract. Cloud mining contracts pay you back for 2 years. The mining machine will actually, it's a lifetime contract. You will receive returns on that machine for the lifespan of the machine, which we believe will be approximately of 3 to 5 years. Yes, it could go 6, 7, 8 years, and as long as that machine goes, you will receive returns for it. But we expect you to get at least 3 to 5 years out of it, 5 to 15% per month, paid weekly every single Friday. Now I want to show you some actual numbers, like what does that look like? So say you buy a contract, I'm going to show you a $50 contract, a $300 contract, and what it will look like for a $2,500 mining rig. What do those returns actually look like? If you look up here where it says $50 contract, next to it, it says 10% and 7K BTC. What that means on a $50 contract, I told you earlier, expected returns are 8 to 15% per month. So we're just going to kind of put it in the middle and just say, based upon those numbers I'm going to show you now, it's based upon a 10% return per month, and it's based upon Bitcoin being at $7,000 per Bitcoin. So let's say, look in this yellow highlighted area, you buy a $50 contract today, and every Friday when you get you receive your returns, we're going to assume that you're just going to pull those out immediately. You're going to take them as soon as you get them. Well, if you did that with a $50 contract on a 10% average return per month, you'd be looking at $60 for the first year return, and then an accumulated return on year number 2 of $120. I want you to notice underneath those, see where it says 0.017 BTC? That's how much Bitcoin you would have actually earned based upon this scenario. I want you to look at that as I'm showing the numbers and I go through these slides. I want you to not just look at the numbers as far as the US dollar amount you're getting back, but pay particular notice to how much Bitcoin you would actually receive. Now, next example for a $50 contract, let's say you compounded it. So rather than, instead of you taking out your returns when you get them, let's say you go buy a $50 contract, and every time you earn $50 in a return, a total of $50, you purchase another $50 contract. So you continue to compound your returns for 2 to 3 years. This is what you'd be looking at. Year number 1, $70. Year number 2, $280. Year number 3, $930 off of a one-time purchase of a $50 contract, and you would have 0.13 Bitcoin on year number 3. And something I should point out, you don't have to own a whole Bitcoin to own Bitcoin. You can own fractions of a Bitcoin. That's why you'll see a 0.13 or a 0.04 here. Now, look on the next column. We're going to say not only are you compounding, but instead of right now we're given an example saying Bitcoin's going to stay at 7,000 for 3 years. Highly unlikely. Now we're going to say, let's say you compound your returns. As soon as you get $50, you buy another $50 contract. And the other difference is we're going to say that Bitcoin increases in value just an average of 4% per month. This has been happening for years, extremely realistic. So the point being is this scenario, when I click on this column and it highlights yellow, these numbers are based upon Bitcoin increasing 4% per month and you compounding every time you get $50 buying another $50 contract. Look at the numbers. Look how they change. Year 1, $101. Year 2, $1,240. Year 3, $39,818. The amount of Bitcoin you would have accumulated is 1.38 Bitcoins. You guys, this is off a one-time purchase of a $50 contract. The numbers are crazy. Now, let's look at a $300 contract. Same type of scenarios. 10% average return. We're going to say Bitcoin's at $7,000 and it's staying there. Say you bought a $300 contract today. You're going to take back your gains as quick as you get them every single Friday. Year 1, $360. Year 2, accumulated return would be $720, 0.10 of a Bitcoin. So next column over, instead of taking your returns immediately, we're going to take that scenario again and we're going to say you're going to compound this $300 contract. So you're going to buy this $300 contract, and as soon as you get $300 in returns, you're going to buy another $300 contract, and you're going to continue to do that for several years. This is how the numbers would actually change. Year 1, you're looking at $420. Year 2, $1,680. Year 3, $5,580, and you'd have almost basically 0.79 of a Bitcoin off of a one-time purchase of a $300 contract, you guys. Now, next column, same thing as before. You're going to compound it, and the only difference is Bitcoin ain't going to stay at the same price for 3 years. I've never seen it happen. None of us have. So we're gonna just say realistically that Bitcoin is going to increase 4% per month over the course of 3 years. And this is what would happen if you compound it, those returns. Year number 1, $607. Year 2, $7,442. And you guys, look at year 3, $238,910. $238,910. Plus an accumulated value of Bitcoin, you'd have 8.31 Bitcoins. Again, you only bought a $300 contract one time. You just compounded it into that. Not guaranteed, but very, very realistic. Last example is we're going to look at a $2,500 mining rig. What would happen if you bought a $2,500 mining rig today and you averaged a 10% return per month and Bitcoin stayed at 7,000 and you took your returns as soon as you got them? Here we are, $2,500 mining rig. Year 1, $3,000. Year 2, you'd have $6,000. And year 3, you would have an accumulated return of $9,000, which is equivalent to 1.2 Bitcoin. Now, next column, same scenario. You're not going to take your returns right away. As soon as you get $2,500, you're going to turn around and you're going to purchase another mining rig, and you're going to do that for 2 to 3 years. Here's how the numbers change. Year number 1, you're looking at $3,500. Year 2, $14,000. And year 3, $46,500 accumulated return, which is equivalent to 6.64 Bitcoins. You guys, this is huge. Now I'm going to show you this one more last column. Again, same scenario. The only difference, you're compounding, and we're going to say Bitcoin's not going to stay at 7K, but it's actually going to increase an average of 4% per month. Look at the numbers. $5,062 in year number 1. Year number 2, $62,018. Year number 3, $1,990,921. You guys, that's massive. 69.3 Bitcoins. Listen, a lot of people sincerely believe that eventually each Bitcoin is going to be worth as much as $100,000. So I want to ask you a question. If this was you here in this scenario and you had 69.3 Bitcoins and each Bitcoin was worth $100,000 in 3 years, how much would you have? How much money's worth of Bitcoin would you have? I'm going to tell you right now, almost $7 million, just under $7 million. And again, this scenario is based upon you buying just one mining rig for $2,500 and then turn around and compounding those and buying more and more rigs as you accumulate $2,500 each time. You guys, these are massive numbers. As far as getting started, it's real simple. Just get with the person that sent you to this presentation. They're going to have a website that looks just like this. All you got to do is click on sign up and start today. You're going to fill in some basic information, and then from there, you're going to simply click either whichever cloud mining contract you want. If you want a cloud mining contract, a $50 contract or a $300 contract, you do it right there. Or you're going to choose to buy yourself an actual mining rig for $2,500. And one more thing I want to share with you guys. If you do come aboard, you become a customer, I think it's important for you to know if you do refer anybody to Modern Money Team, we do pay referral commissions. So yes, if you refer anybody to Modern Money Team and they buy cloud mining contracts or they purchase an actual mining rig, you actually can earn referral commissions. So listen, I want to thank you guys for your time. And for those who get started today, I want to welcome you aboard and congratulations on getting started on stacking crypto. You guys take care now. Thank you.